project was on art and child development. As part of my senior project, I spent 2 weeks at the Career Art Center. Oops. That's better. As part of my senior project, I spent 2 weeks at the Career Art Center volunteering. For the first week, I was with a group of students between the ages of 5 and 6. And for the second week, I was doing a special project for the museum. On my own, it's actually still currently up at the community wall at the Currier Museum of Art in Manchester. All these kids came from different backgrounds, but they all had one thing in common, and that was that they were very eager to do art. And this is actually a quote from one of the 6-year-olds when I asked him what he likes about art, and he said exactly this, and it doesn't exactly sound like something a 6-year-old might say, but they're a lot more keen than they let on sometimes. And my message is I hope to encourage parents and guardians to enroll their children in art classes or at home, get them art supplies, because art is a very useful and valuable tool for them to have. It helps them grow as people, and it helps them grow, develop their motor skills, it helps them to grow socially, helps them to grow emotionally, and it can help be a very valuable creative outlet for them. And overall, it has a very positive impact. This is the final day. We were setting up for all of our art for the gallery, so when the parents come in, and this is what they all see. This is their final project. They were doing a Candyland board. A child's early years, they're very susceptible to their environment, and in fact, most of their brain develops before they're even in elementary school. Depending on their environment, it can either benefit or hinder them for the rest of their lives. That's why childhood trauma can be so damaging to them. In fact, abuse survivors are more prone to anxiety, PTSD, drug abuse, all of that, and that's proven to be because of their environment when they were younger. But on the flip side of this, art is also very beneficial because it's such a positive influence in their life that it can be a creative outlet for them. They can express themselves visually when they can't really do it verbally yet, and it helps them to develop their fine motor skills. So if they hold a paintbrush when they're young and they learn how to use that, it can be a very good, it can be a very useful skill because it helps them learn to write easier when they're older. Linda Began is the teacher that I helped out at the Career Art Center. She's been teaching art for over 30 years. And she has a lot of very valuable insight into what mediums are good, how it benefits children. And she's a really big advocate for art education in and outside of the classroom. And that's not just because it's her job. And she told me that the clay is the best medium because it's very forgiving for kids. If they mess up, they can fix it easily. And it's also, it helps them, it's a textural thing too, so it helps them to learn the physical world basically. And it also, if they mess up, they can ask their peers how to help them because it's one of those things where if you mess up, you can always redo it again. So they can bond with each other over it as well because they can ask for help. That's obviously clay. And this is a little girl that I taught at the Career Art Center. At the beginning of the week, she was very shy, very closed off. She liked sitting by herself. She didn't talk a lot. And with a little coaxing from me, and also the environment provided to her by an art classroom, she was able to come out of her shell a lot more. By the end of the week, she was laughing, she was running around, she was holding hands with a bunch of the other kids. She was very vibrant and very active, and that was due to the fact that she was in an art classroom where the teachers weren't grading her work. They were just letting her do her own thing, and the kids didn't feel like they needed to compete with each other. They felt like they could be friends with each other and work off of each other. And it's not just the art that is beneficial, it's the environment given to them by a classroom of spending 8 hours a day with the same kids for a week. And it's not just visual art that helps kids develop. Singing, dancing, theater, all of this is really good for kids. Parents reported that if they sang to their children at least 3 times a week, they were also more likely to report that their children were more likely to have a strong and sophisticated social skills. And kids in 8-week dance groups had more improvements in their social skills and reductions in anxiety and aggression compared to kids who didn't. And toddlers in low socioeconomic status backgrounds toddlers from low socioeconomic backgrounds who had art integration programs at their schools were more likely to have improved emotional regulation when compared to a control group of kids from similar backgrounds. And motor skills are also really important for children to develop, and children use scissors. It helps them develop the dexterity that's needed for writing later on in life. And the overall use of paintbrushes and pencils can help children fine-tune their motor coordination. This is the photo I took at the end of the week. And at the end of the week, the first week that I spent volunteering with the children, I asked them if they had enjoyed their time there, if they were proud of themselves and their art, and nearly all of them raised their hands. And they all shouted "me" at the same time, and it was very loud. And I feel like that's a lot of proof that this is really beneficial for them, because even if it doesn't come out now, the benefits will show later in life, and overall it's just a very positive experience for them. They make friends, they express themselves, they're able to get out of the house for a day, and it's overall just a very positive experience for them to have.